Hello, hello. Please tell me if you hear me. Oh, yay! I've got people here. That's exciting. Oh my goodness. I have been trying so hard to perfect this live stream. But do you hear me? Let me know. Comment if you do. And if not, then I'm going to try to unplug this lapel mic. Wow, thank you so much for coming. Yay! We've got sound. Awesome. Thank you so much. Tinglin is one of my Capital Groove Collective sisters. She's a multicultural pop singer. I hope I said that correctly. Described you correctly, but check her out. She's also a fashion designer and fashionista. Hi, Pia. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Thank you so much for being here. This is my first YouTube live stream, so I was honestly really nervous that, because this is my first time live on this platform, that people wouldn't come. So I really appreciate you coming. It's a really, really special day. Hey, Kayla, my bestie is here. Awesome. Thank you. Kayla's a live streamer too. She goes by the Yarn Mage, and she's spins yarn, which is pretty epic. She's a really crafty person and awesome. So I have a bunch of songwriter questions to answer. In rehearsing this, I wasn't, because I rehearsed. That's how nervous I was. Thanks so much, Fortune says, I'll do fine. Thank you. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to answer songwriter questions first, or, hey, Timothy from Sac Life is here. He's a mental health warrior fighting depression around the country right now. He's on tour using martial arts. Thank you so much for coming. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to answer songwriting questions first or just get into singing. I know most of you know my song Hero Side. I'll be singing at least one other song today too. So really happy to do that. But I also am really excited about the songwriter questions that I got. So maybe I'll start by sharing a few answers at a time, because I got a bunch of questions. So maybe I'll do a few at a time, sing, and so forth and so on. Just like a good YouTuber, I am sharing my merch. This comes in 3 colors. It's a really nice t-shirt. I'm really happy with it. Hope you guys can check it out at stephaniematthias.com/store. Thanks so much again for being here, guys. I'm really happy. So to answer some of the songwriting questions I've gotten, the first one from Diana is, did the words come to you first or the melody? I know nothing about songwriting, so pardon me if it's a silly question. Actually, that's not a silly question at all. That's one of my favorite, not one of my favorite, one of my most common songwriting questions that I've gotten since I started songwriter sessions. Solia and Emma are here. Yay, thank you so much. Solia and Emma are also my Capital Groove Collective sisters. They're fantastic musicians, and also they've been helping me prepare my releases this year and have been incredible, incredible mentors, guides, support system, friends, etc. Thank you. And so to answer the songwriting question, do the words come to you first or the melody? My songwriter friends, please comment, and who are watching, comment with your answers to that question. I know even Tim is a songwriter as well, so comment your answers to the same question. Melody for Ting, awesome. I was thinking about it, and I think that might be for me as well, but I almost think of even before that, I almost think of chords first a lot of the time. But the words, in the sense of coming up with a musical idea, I'll be like, oh, that's a catchy lyric. I should write a song about it. And so it might be one phrase, and then I'll, so in some ways words can start first for me. But my best way to start writing a song is I'll just play on the piano. And I might come up with a chord structure first, and then kind of start the words and music, sing about how I'm feeling, sort of at the same time. But yeah, if I had to pick one that I started with, I think it would be melody. Hope that answers your question, Diana. I don't see you here yet, but if you're here, hopefully that answers. Tim says, the words come to me first, but I envision them in a rhythm. Nice. Emma says, it really depends on the day. Sometimes it's chords, sometimes it's a lyrical riff or concept, and rarely it's melody first. Used to be melody years ago, but not so much anymore. So yeah, okay, so I see that, sometimes it's chords for you. Oh, that's fun, Kayla. And Solia says it depends. Sometimes lyrics first, sometimes chord progression. Yeah, so a lot of us use chord progressions first, like get into the mood of the song and then go from there. I like that. The next question is, what type of, by Shoshi, hope I'm saying your name right. What type of songs do you prefer to write, and what are your favorite type to perform? Well, I'm a pop singer and songwriter. I grew up with a classical music background, but also pop music. My mom was my musical mentor, and she knew a lot about both, and she liked both types of music, and I gravitated towards pop music. So those are my favorite. But I have drawn on a lot of inspiration from different genres this year, and I plan on continuing that as I'm discovering more about my songwriting style. Joanna, who is a artist, says, do you have a notebook by your bed for when inspiration hits you? Now, I'm wondering if she has a notebook by her bed, because as an artist, like maybe she does the same thing. She's like a drawer, painter, graphic. I'm not sure exactly what medium she uses, but her artwork is really awesome. Cartoon work mostly. And it's really, really pretty. She was also in my music video for Sweet Baby with her kids. Really, really adorable. And she's beautiful. She asked, yeah, do I have a notebook by my bed? I have my phone. So I use like my notepad on my phone to write down lyrics, or if I you like my phone, or I use the voice recorder on my phone. But sometimes like I'm not necessarily gonna get up unless sometimes, before going to sleep, like, oh crap, I have to go write this song. Yeah, I guess that has happened a couple times. In that case, I'll come down here and I'll work on it and I'll record in my voice recorder. But if I get lyrics that strike me, then I'll use my, or that I want to edit, I'll use my notepad on my phone. William is here. So William is a music teacher, and you have plans of forming a band, which is really awesome. Kayla says, hey everyone, please make sure you select live chat at the top to make sure you can see what everyone is saying. Oh, fun. Thanks for the tip, Kayla. Jean is here. Jean is a videographer and a photographer, and I've seen some of his work. He's awesome. We actually met the other day at a gig. We were part of a proposal, which was really lovely. And my client asked what videographers I know, and I gave them Jean's number, and then we actually had a chance to meet in person. And Jean has done some videography for the Capitol Groove Collective as well. He filmed the video for Dig Deep, and he's also filmed Jerome Williams' video, that Chasing Moonlight, which is coming out really soon. I'm really excited to see that. Jerome Williams is in my music video. He's a singer-songwriter, but he's also an actor, so he came in. You're going to see the music video for Hero Side. Yes, so much talent in the chat, which is great. I'm just shouting out to everybody. It's really wonderful people that inspire me, that I'm inspired by. And so, yeah, by the way, Hero Side music video comes out next weekend, which is pretty amazing. Hopefully. I haven't given a date yet because as I haven't still gotten the final cut, I didn't want to like set a date and disappoint anyone, but it is coming. It is coming, and it's beautiful. I've seen the first draft and I'm really excited. And so, yeah, CGC supporting each other since ages ago. And what I'm going to do is actually, just give me a second. I'm going to make this smaller so I can see these comments. Thank you so much for the comments, everyone. It makes me feel like I'm not talking to myself. Really lovely. So, Okay, I'm gonna perform now. I'm gonna perform Hero Side for you guys, share a really big announcement, and talk about more into this song than you already know. I know a lot of you know so much about the background of the song. There's even more, and excited. I'm gonna perform for you guys now. All right, here we go. Let me know if you hear the piano. Thumbs up. Do you hear the piano, guys? I tested this like 4 times, but I was having mic trouble. So this mic is a new mic. And I put it on right before I went live. Yes, you do. Good. Okay, thank you. Here we go. Now I'm going to start. I was taught to fight my own battles, 'cause an army at any time could fade away. But now I've chosen you to be my hero, 'cause there are just some wars that I can't take. But sometimes you're so cold, so tell me, I need to know, could you be the one to rescue me? Can you show me your hero side? When I call, will you come in flying? When I'm cowering under fire from all the arrows aimed at me. When they bring out the kryptonite, will your powers come out of hiding? Can you show me everything that you can be? Show me your hero side. Show me your hero side. I know I'm not the only one with battles, 'cause I can see you fighting every day. But I'll be here to tell you you're my hero, 'cause you got me flying high in every way. 'Cause you're stronger than you know. Your heart is made of gold. You are someone worth rescuing. Let me show you my hero side. When you call, it will come in flying. When you're cowering under fire, no one knows those arrows more than me. When they bring out your kryptonite, I will pull you out from hiding, so you can show them everything that you can be. I'll show you my hero side. 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 Playing the original piano part that I wrote. Can you show me your hero side? When I call, will you come in flying? Will you walk with me through the fire and all the demons that we meet? When they bring out the kryptonite, our powers will start combining, and we'll show them everything that we can be. We'll show them our hero side. Show them our hero side. So show me your hero side. I'll show you my hero side. That is Hero Side, original version for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, Christy is here. Christy's a singer as well. She's an incredible cover singer, and she's working on her first song that actually you submitted it to a songwriting contest, right? Thanks so much, Emma. Well, gosh, I want to give a shout out to Emma real quick, because Emma is one of the heroes of Hero Side. She helped me write the second verse, and she has been one of my heroes this year. Yay! Almost started plotting. Thank you. It's she and I were both going through a lot in the beginning of the year, even before Thank you, Jean. You're so awesome. The and we were helping each other professionally and as friends, and she also, like, she knows that I talk about this a lot on even in my songwriter sessions, but that she gave me a coaching session that really broke me down and got me to dig deep, which is her catchphrase, into, who I am as a songwriter, and realize that, like, um, that it's okay to need a hero. It's okay um, to be supportive as someone's hero, to use my emotional side and use that as my superpower. Um, and yeah, so yeah, Emma, you're awesome. Thank you so much. And happy birthday. I know it's early. Her birthday is this weekend, Sunday, Monday, Sunday, I think. And so everyone give her some love uh, for her birthday. But she's always awesome. Okay, so here's the big news. I am pregnant. I was gonna have like some great lead up, but I need to say that first. Um, because that is actually like what I originally started writing Hero Side about. It is so Hero Side, I mean, it's really beautiful how this all worked out. The Because as I was like sharing Hero Side and this summer, it was all about a that's why I wanted you guys to be here. The Thank you. All your reactions make me so happy. Because I love a big surprise, and it was really hard not to tell the Capital Group Collective. But I wanted it to be special here, and the um so I lost my train of thought. Okay, so this year when I was sharing Hero Side, um it was all about, how my husband and has been my hero when I was depressed, and that actually worked out really well, even though I wrote Hero Side before that happened. And before I had, was depressed this summer. And but it really, it was just shamelessly accepting your offer, Jean. um the the Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Also, by the way, guys, pregnancy brain is a real thing. It's already hard enough for me. It's like double. It's like double. Um, but the the fact that I was able to talk about mental illness with a song about being mental health heroes, and all of that stuff was like really got to be an important part of like the original meaning of Hero Side, because one of the reasons that I was really in the song, like asking my husband to be my hero, was was to make this big decision, to have another baby. And it's even just to decide. It's a really hard topic, because you all know Natalie, you all know she's wonderful, and we worship her, we adore her, and she's an amazing kid, she's an amazing baby. But it was still hard to be new parents. It was really hard on both of us. I had postpartum depression, I had a lot of anxiety. um, it was really hard to go through, and physically hard. Not the pregnancy, thankfully. I'm hoping for that this time around too. I had a great pregnancy with Natalie, hoping for that again. Um, but being new parents was a battle, for sure. And so having that conversation and making a decision, and because we both came from big families, and I just kept feeling like our family's not complete, and so I wrote the song about that, about yeah, a lot to write from. And so yeah, I wrote the song about that, and at least started to. And like I said, Emma gave me the idea for the second verse, like being heroes for each other and all of that. But and seeing again, like it's just 2020 has not been a waste for me. And I'm not talking about just being pregnant, um, not just the quarantine baby, um, but like the actual like learning that I've done this year, the growth that Ricky and Natalie and I have grown together this year has been wonderful, a wonderful blessing. And so, yeah, it's so and seeing that and seeing how Ricky has been my hero, seeing how I have been a hero, that I went through depression again and I was okay. It wasn't as bad. It was all right, because I was able to get treatment. I had so many friends and resources and superheroes. My husband understood more about things this time. I got therapy right away. In fact, I was already in therapy because I could just see that I was not, was going downhill mentally. And so, because of, 2020. But it really like, gosh, I mean, those challenges that I went through this year led me to realize how strong we are and how we could actually, do this. And ah, don't cry, don't cry. Okay. So because I put on a full face of makeup for you guys. I probably will cry at some point during this stream. But yeah, and also another interesting story. Solia knows about this, but Ricky and I even considered fostering for a while. And Jero's here. Everyone check out Jero Williams. He's the actor. He's one of my superheroes because he's my hero and hero side. You've always been stronger than you think, Steffi. Thank you. Thanks, Kayla. Kayla, speaking of superheroes, she's my best friend since I was 12. So 20 years of watching each other grow. So yeah, that's the big news. I'm really excited. Yeah, I think Jero Williams did see it. So yeah, we have a tiny superhero in the making. And I'm really happy. So oh yeah, so I was just saying that Solia and I were talking about this. But Ricky and I wanted to discuss, and we even took a fostering class, or we started it. And after the second class, now I was really glad that we went that path and that we looked into fostering, but it was also at the time like that I had started nannying and realized like if I was going to have kids that weren't going to permanently stay with me, I should just keep nannying, because I was falling in love with my nanny kids, and realized that fostering just, I don't know. I feel like, I don't want to say that it wasn't for us, but it wasn't the right path that we needed to go on, and that, so it's like all of that stuff, and I got into that seriously because of all of the depression and loneliness that I felt during quarantine. And so so that led us to talk about that, which led us to actually make some decisions and decide to have a baby. And 3 days after that decision, I got pregnant. I mean, it was literally so crazy how, like, when we were ready, it was time. But it's just so amazing. Like, I'm just, yeah, no words. No words. I just, after all the words, I say no words, of course, but I wanted to delve into some more of the songwriter questions, and then I'm going to perform for you guys again. Thank you, by the way. I was just so glad to have people to talk to, because it was a big announcement. I really wanted to share it, and I really wanted you guys all to know and appreciate you coming to the live stream to do that. So if any of my students are here, chime in and say hi. Yes, I would love you guys to ask any songwriting questions. The baby was waiting on bated breath to get down here. Yeah, that's what I was talking to Kayla about. Like, baby's soul was waiting up in heaven, and God said, "Oh my gosh, they're finally ready. Go, go." So, yes, you are, Auntie Emma. I'm so happy. So any of Williams students, please comment if you have songwriter questions. If you're here, would love to know. Jero says, how are you able to write despite the many distractions that can happen over the course of a day? That's a great question. Well, I write at night mostly, and sometimes, actually, I make it kind of a important boundary for me to make sure that I have alone time, even with kids around, because to say, okay, guys, go play or eat, or like I'll eat like apart from them. I just need some like alone time sometimes, or like when I'm busy during the day, like I'll make sure like that my cleaning time is my time, stuff like that, where I can be moving and also be thinking. Sometimes I've written songs in my kitchen. At least I did for It's My Thing. I wrote a lot of that in my kitchen. And you guys are hilarious. Aw, my niece Holly is saying hi. Hi, Holly. So hi, Carrie. Thanks for tuning in. So nice that you're here. I'm going to be singing very soon. I just wanted to answer a few songwriting questions. Kind of wanted to space them out a little bit. Erin Hill, who is lives in my neighborhood, says, what inspires you? And that's a great question. Yeah, alone time is important. And I also was writing about this in the article for Alveo Creative, and which is a connection that I made through Jero, which is awesome. They about trying to balance like the busyness of life and running a music business and creating. And so I wrote a little bit about it, but yeah, I said, make sure you have time, even if it's like, there's some times where you're spending a lot of time promoting, and then there's other times where you spend a lot of time creating, or if you need to spend time every day creating. I'm still working on figuring out that balance, but my best time is to write at night, when everyone's sleeping, and I'm a night owl myself. So Erin says, what inspires you? And what inspires me is working through my emotions. Like, I think of a problem, whether it's an internal or external problem, or a problem that someone's going through, or a problem that's I'm going through, or a feeling that I'm working through, and that's what I write about. That's what inspires me, because in the process of writing the song, I'm able to figure out and find answers, and so I guess that answers Jero's question as well. Favorite subject to write about? Mental health, always. Or hope, hope, overcoming fear, overcoming, something of any kind. Steph, do you hear melodies from the rise and fall of the voice while reciting lyrics? I've never done that. I've never recited lyrics. How do you come up with a tune? That's a good question. Usually through, and by the way, songwriter friends, please answer your answers to these questions. I might not necessarily be able to read them, but hopefully I can catch them. I want to know what you guys do, because we're not all the same, and I think that people watching can learn from you as well, hopefully, and check out your music, definitely. So we got lots of talented folks here, so check out these amazing artists and musicians. So how do you come up with a tune? A lot of times my tunes are like inspired by music that I listen to. So I might write something similar to music that I've been listening to lately, or thinking of, like, I spoke about this in one of my Facebook songwriter sessions, but like a lot of times in the verse, I'll keep the melody real close together, like note wise. I won't have a big rise and fall of notes, so that you can focus on the lyrics. And then the chorus, that's a bit more passionate and like sometimes I usually write with less lyric, just like, if the words are spaced out more, so I can get a little bit more up and down, or louder like higher up, higher up, not louder necessarily, but it usually is louder as well, because I need a bit more power to uh, to sing the higher notes. So that's why that's why I'll write the chorus a bit higher a lot of times. Um, I don't know if that answers your question. The maybe a little extra time creating here. How do you come up with a tune? Do you hear melodies from the rise and fall of the voice while reciting lyrics? Yeah, no, I don't think I've done that before. I'm curious to know if you've done that and what and what that means. Please let me know. Uh, okay. Have you? Anastasia says, "Have you ever composed music in your sleep?" Yes, and it's super annoying because I'll be like, "Oh, I have this great song," and so and then I'll wake up and it's like either I can't remember if I ever got up and wrote it down before and it was gibberish. I'm trying to remember, or if I dreamed that I did that. But yeah, or I'll wake up and like no idea what it was, but I'll remember having dreamt about writing a great song, like, oh, this is a big hit or whatever. And yeah, it's nothing. um, Emma says, I feel like a higher melody in the chorus hammers home the punch in the feelings too. Yeah, I think I've noticed that as well. Observer objects. Hey, thanks for coming. This is awesome. Really good topics. Thank you. You have what? What you were talking about with the rise and fall of the lyrics. Yeah, tell me a little bit about that. That would be great. You've written songs in your sleep as well? Oh my goodness, it's hilarious. The let's see. Kathy says, "Do you prefer to play the violin or sing and play the piano?" That's a great question because it depends. I mean, I love singing, but only if it's a song that I can really connect with or my own music, you know. So, but I'm a lot more. Uh, so I'm just getting a message from Solia saying, "Fantastic surprise!" Oh, I'm so glad that you came, Solia. Um, the so I'm much more comfortable on the violin, because that's what I have my degree in, and I'm a lot more able to do a lot wider range of music that I'm more comfortable with, and also could be that I practiced it more. So, yeah. So, but at the same time, yeah, it's like, and I can't create without my piano. I mean, if I really want to finish a song, I use my piano, and so it's really hard to pick one, which I never will probably. I need them all. Haha. Kayla says, "Have you tried a song exercise where you make a song starting with only a beat rhythm or with just one chord?" I'm not sure. If I mean, it's only a beat rhythm or just one chord. No, I think Emma's done that. Emma, have you done that? Observer Object says, "My question, I'm a bit of a theory nerd. Do you utilize modes in your vocals? They add different feels to guitar playing, but I've never tried modes with vocals." Crap. I thought I was a theory nerd, but I'm not sure what you mean by modes. Because when I think of modes, it makes me think of like modality, like scales, different scales. Pia says, "We should do a Zoom call." Pia's my good friend from Chile. We will. When I read out loud, my voice gets melomatic. Melodies seem to pop out. Oh, well, that's interesting. I like that. I like that a lot. As you talk, I hear wonderful melodies. I do. There's a lot of rise and fall to my voice. I was even told that in elementary school, that like my voice would get quieter and louder as I was reading. Absolutely, I have. That's how I wrote Mad for You. I was given a beat and wrote it while lying on DJ's bed. Yes, the song is about him. Aw. And congrats, Emma. See, 2020 wasn't a waste for you either, since you found your man. Modalities. Yes, different chords. Yeah, I do use In fact, new song that I'm working on, I was trying to use sort of almost like a different modality-ish in the chorus, but I don't really think about it. Because I always mix up what kinds the scales are. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use a Mixolydian scale here. I don't do that because my brain doesn't quite work that way. I'll just be like, oh, this sounds good. I know I've heard it somewhere. But I think that's amazing if you do, if your brain works that way and you're able to categorize things. I think that's very smart. Christy says that she does that. Using different degrees of the same scales as the root. Yeah. Hey, silence echoes, Joey, aka Joey. Do you do that? Raw talent. If that's let's call it raw talent. I mean, I do have classical training and theory training and stuff, so I know that that stuff is very valuable. I just don't know if I say that I'm going to. And you write from Phrygian, William. That's awesome. So yeah, I think that stuff is really handy. I just don't necessarily like think about like which one I'm using at the time because I mix them up. And let's see. I had a question from Sarah, but she's not here. Sarah, if you are here, let me know and I'll answer your question. It's talking about my uncle at well, I guess I could talk about it. My grandmother's funeral. She passed away last summer, and he gave me a I can't remember exactly what he said, but he's autistic, so he speaks his mind, and he said something really awesome, like really loudly right after I performed for my grandma's funeral, and it was like my favorite part of that day. It's great to have family support. We're looking forward to working with you. Yes, SNRG. We're planning a show together coming up pretty soon. And so really excited about that, especially since they're gonna produce it for me and handle all of the technology. So by the way, I'm super proud of the technology. Hopefully you guys all still hear me okay. I guess I found a mic solution with this lapel mic, random mic. But I got a new webcam and I'm like set up, and I got a desk that I'm eventually gonna have. So really excited, really excited. It was actually Solia's idea to do the live streams on YouTube and to get back into this. So shout out to her. She's wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. I was recommended getting SNRG and CGC together. But then life was crazy. So hopefully, yeah, that would be great collaboration. Thanks so much, Emma. All right, I'm going to perform for you guys. I'm actually going to perform Fragile now, which is the title of my CD. Look, see? Look at me being all promoty. There's my CD there. You can buy it at stephaniematthias.com/store. Oh, shoot. Person calling me. Okay, so my lighting is on point. Yes! I have 2 lamps, my room light and the light from my computer screen all working together. Yay, so glad that the mic sounds good. Gosh, I was freaking out, like 15 minutes to live stream and you have no good sounding mic, and I'm like scrambling around the house, and I found and remembered that I had this. So thank goodness. So about Fragile. Fragile I wrote as starting off as a love song, and it ended up being, as I was finishing writing it, was when Natalie was born. So of course I'm super nostalgic, right? 7 years later, Natalie's almost 7 now, and baby is due. By the way, one of the reasons why I wanted to mention, why I thought it would be fun to make this announcement today is election day, and baby is due July 4th. So with any luck, we'll have a future president. And because we got the most patriotic baby ever announcing on election day and due July 4th. Isn't that fun? So but yeah, anyway, I'm super like nostalgic thinking about baby, and Natalie as a baby, and there were so many sweet moments, even though there were challenges, obviously. But definitely like, yeah, exactly. First Latino or Latina president would be awesome. We definitely need that coming up. I hope sooner than by the time, baby's 35. The Anyway, so I wrote Fragile and I finished the song when Natalie was a newborn, and I decided to make my very first YouTube video. This is cool. This is my first YouTube live stream, but my first YouTube video was Fragile, the one where I'm holding Natalie on my shoulder because I'm like, oh, this is something cool that people might actually like. It's like, oh, I got a little baby on me. And playing at the same time, and so that was something that I was like, oh well, this could be entertaining. I'm going to share it, but it did take a lot of bravery to share my own music, even though it wasn't perfect and it was on my iPhone 4 and not produced like I thought. Oh well, anyone who's going to make it their stuff has to be perfect, and it's like no, as we all know now, it doesn't have to be that way. But I had to overcome that. And anyway, so I wanted to share Fragile today. And as I was practicing this, it was definitely like teary-eyed because it just lately, like, okay, sorry, so much to say. The day that I found out I was pregnant, a week, 10 days ago, I was the happiest day, like literally of my life. I was just beyond, like, I was just over the moon happy. But then, of course, like, anxiety, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm announcing it so early. Like, what if something happens? Like, I don't know. I want to hear that heartbeat. And like, it's like, I'm like, going to have to be like, okay, Stephanie, everything happens for a reason, right? Like, your baby's being sent to you for a reason. And no matter what, everything is going to be okay, and you're going to be fine, and it's going to be wonderful and all that good stuff. But I love Fragile because it kind of talks about, yeah, I do feel a little fragile right now, but it's the hope, and letting yourself hope is worth it. And I'm just enjoying the moment, as best as I can. Some questions. Lena wanted to know where your Latin side comes from. You guys didn't get a chance to talk. I know, it was such a bummer. I had to rush away after the gig. Yes, I'm Peruvian. So I'm 1/4 Peruvian, 3/4 European. And my mom claims that my Peruvian side is still Spain and Italy. But I'm very proud of my Latin heritage. But my husband, he's Mexican. So that's kind of what we were thinking about with being Latinos, which I've adopted more of the Mexican culture because I lived in Mexico and I learned a lot of my Spanish in Mexico after I finished school, and being married to Ricky, and I say that he gave me like the master's and doctorate in Spanish because I learned so much from him after I graduated. And yeah, so yeah. Oh, she loves Peru. Great. And she's Colombian, right? So, and I've been watching a documentary about people driving motorcycles through South America. It's really nice to be able to do that from quarantine, and the videography is stunning. And I'm like, oh, I want to go there so bad. And from what I've seen, like, Colombia has really risen up a lot, which is really great. Medellin Spanish. Yeah. See, I don't know any of that. I know Mexican Spanish. Órale. All right, I'm going to play for you guys now. This is Fragile. It's delicate, fragile as a flower, and I don't know if I can keep it. But every time I feel I've lost all power, that's when you kiss me so sweetly. And I begin to believe in love again. I feel so nervous just to say it, but you've got my hopes up, and I'm praying you'll catch me by surprise. I didn't know I could feel this way anymore, and you'll lose me in your eyes. I know it's love, and with you I feel it more than ever before. I celebrate every moment that I'm with you. Sometimes I wonder why you keep me. But when you call my name in your way, I can tell that you need me. And I begin to believe in love again. I feel like my heart's done with aching, but if it's not, you're worth it breaking. You catch me by surprise. I didn't know I could feel this way anymore, and you lose me in your eyes. I know it's love, and I feel it even more than ever before. And I've had my heart broken before, so right now I'm more scared to fail than ever. But though I feel so fragile right now, you're worth the smallest hope of forever. Love is delicate, fragile as a flower, and I don't know if I can keep it. But you're so strong, and your light leads me on. You're the one I can believe in, and I begin to believe in love again. I begin to believe in love again. I begin to believe in love again. I began to believe in love. I'm so emotional. Yeah, please connect me with Disney. The next song that I'm writing is like sort of inspired by Frozen. It's what happens when you're a girl mom. Thank you so much. Oh, Christy, were you in Guatemala? That's so cool. Hi, Aunt Stephanie. Hello, who is that? Who's saying hello, Aunt Stephanie? I want to know who you are. I can't tell by the picture. Do I write and sing in Spanish? I definitely sung in Spanish because I was in a Mexican cover band for a while. Norelli, hi! Hi, Norelli. So have you heard the news? I tried to send out a message to everyone today, but it didn't. I don't know if it went through. So it's important to share even the early parts of pregnancy. Yeah, I mean, for me, it is being like that open and emotional person that I am. I understand, some people feel like they don't want to share it early, and I completely understand and respect that. But yeah, thanks, Kayla, for supporting the early announcement. Obviously, I'll keep you guys updated, but so far so good. So yeah, but yeah, Fragile. It's wow, gosh, that song applies more than ever right now. I love how music does that. So I guess I'm gonna close out by saying thank you so much for being here. Next week, I think, is when I'm gonna share my newest song that I've just written. Just some quick reminders: subscribe to Stephanie Matthias Music on YouTube. So if you haven't sent me your email address to sign up for my email newsletter, everyone's going to be, from now on, at least for a little while, receiving a free track that I'm going to start recording, free tracks for you guys. I'm starting recording next week. I've already spoken with the producer, and they're going to be beautiful, professional tracks. So, and they're free if you're subscribed to my newsletter. So I hope that you can do that. Just send me your email address or go to stephaniematthias.com/contact. Yeah, and I'll be sending reminders about the shows so that you can get that and subscribed. Thank you so much. The yeah, that's gonna help a lot. And yeah, again, if you're interested in buying some of these t-shirts, I want to make like a t-shirt, like a pregnancy t-shirt, like as merch, if I've got any other mamas following me. But it could be fun. My sensei Mike, who I got to see, speaking of heroes, got to see recently after a long time of not. I was in class and he was like, "Oh, so you're fighting for two, you know?" And so maybe I'll make the t-shirt that says "fighting for two" because I thought that was adorable. I've always felt divine love from fragile, like me talking to God about feeling fragile. Oh, that's beautiful. I'd love, like, that's a perspective I didn't even think about, but it does kind of apply. It is a little bit of a spiritual song. Anyway, I think that's everything that I wanted to say today. Thank you so much for tuning in. You've made this day special. I put a lot of love and preparation into this live stream and will continue to do so throughout the weeks. Next week is, like I said, I hopefully will be sharing my new song if it's ready. But if not, I'll be there to answer songwriting questions and dive into my music in ways that might surprise you, that you haven't heard before. So thank you so much and love you guys. Bye.